Welcome to another episode of Chris McBride Reacts. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, smash that notification bell so you can be alerted anytime we drop another video. Got a special one today. Got the guest with me, Miss ALAINA Parks. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Blessing and progressing. Every day above ground is a good one.
Yes, that's true.
So we got another nice video to react to today. It is Patrice Oneal talking about relationships. For those of y'all that don't know, Patrice Oneal is a comic. He recently passed away not too long ago. RIP to him, but he was definitely big in the comedic space. But then also when it came to talking about man and women relationships and the reality of it, he was kind of big in that. So a lot of men look up to him when it comes to his thoughts on just relationships. So although he puts it in a funny way, it's a lot of truth in it. So we about to just check this out. You ready?
I am.
All righty, let's see what this is talking about.
We don't want to hurt you. If you give a lie detector test to a man and a woman and ask them the same questions, man, we would pass them both up to a point where it's like, hey, ask a woman, you love your man, you love your family, you love your home, you love what you built. Yep. All right. You see Brad Pitt or Denzel Washington or whatever standing there, would you risk everything you built with your man just to sleep with him? And women, look, they go, nah, I wouldn't. And they'll pass the test. They be like, they look good, but I wouldn't. Ask guys the same thing, boom, love your woman, the kids, the house. Yeah. All right, you see that girl passed out behind the dumpster? Would you risk everything for a passed out woman behind a dumpster?
He was really doing it.
I don't want to, but look at her with garbage on. She looks so cute with garbage on. We're like, I'm trying to make it so women just understand a little bit of just to sympathize. It's like we're like sport fishermen. This is what I'm saying.
That's true though, as far as a guy it's a greater chance that a guy will have sex with anything regardless of the looks or regardless of the sexual attraction, as opposed to women, the sexual attraction has to be there in order for y'all to have sex.
I was finna say, because, even though that's a joke, and he's like, oh, she passed out behind a garbage can, I definitely feel like there are a lot more instances where, guys are willing to kind of risk it all. And, for women, they're like, so you would just be with anybody? Look at how she look. It's it's not about how she look. But I definitely think it's true what you just said.
Well, since y'all was kids, every dude that you ever came across was willing to have sex with y'all. So y'all just have an abundance mindset. But a guy, it's not the case where every woman we've come across want to have sex with us. It's not even the case that half or 25% or 10% or 5% or even 1% of the women that we come across desire to have sex with us. So it is different in the sense of the standards as far as what a guy will have sex with versus what a woman, because a woman, again, every guy that you come across for the most part would be willing to have sex with you, but it's not the same vice versa when a guy and every woman you come
That's
across.
True.
So I think that contributes to the standards.
Men like to fish. And sport fishing is different from catching fish for food. You just get it, you catch it, and you show your friends. Because you want them to know that you can catch fish. You take a couple of pictures so you can show people the fish that you have the ability to catch. And then you release it back into the water. But a lot of women in here, you have boyfriends or husbands, you a fish that jump back on the boat and just was flapping, looking at me hi, I was wondering if you're gonna be fishing here again next week.
He's stupid.
Yeah, for other fish. Get off my boat. Is that how you treat all the fish? You'd be like, oh, God damn. Nope, I'm sorry, sweetie. You're the last fish I ever wanted to be with. Now you stuck. Stuck with the last fish who was loving you and fighting hard to be on your boat. Then she got comfortable, and now instead of doing this, she's like, so we've been together for like a year now. Why do you still have a boat? You'd be like,
Why are you still?
so what's she trying to say? I can't catch fish no more? Why do you need to catch a fish? Because if I lose my ability to catch fish, then you're not gonna find me sexy no more. So you gotta smell fish on me so that you know I can catch fish so you can act right.
And it's funny, but I feel...
What's your name?
I feel that there is a lot of truth to that, because that ties into when people be like, no woman wants a man that another woman doesn't already want.
Yeah, I definitely hear that saying all the time. That I think that there is some truth to that too, because, you know, and I feel like, I don't know if everybody does it consciously or whatever the case may be, but it also is just like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what you were just speaking to, like how dudes don't have, like, every woman that you come across isn't always willing to sleep with you and things of that nature. I feel like everybody wants kind of what's hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, everybody want this person or everybody want this person. I think people see that a lot. So I could see what he's saying with that one. It's just funny because he's talking about, like, being with somebody and you got to, like, still catch your fish or whatever. But I think that there is some truth to, like, seeing, like, especially when you're just, like, in these, like, talking stages or dating stages or just going out and finding different people to, like, talk to and things of that nature. I feel like people always tend to go after people that everybody wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then even when he was talking about, that's why I like the metaphor where he said just catching and letting go, where it's just, there is no feeling or emotion or really even attraction there. It's more so just keeping the confidence of knowing that he can still get it, which I feel if confidence lacks in the man, then confidence, I mean, it's going to affect the relationship and everything. So I think that's what he was saying, where he was like, if he doesn't believe that if he's not confident, he loses his confidence in himself, then you're not going to find him desirable and all that stuff like that. So it's like he has to keep his confidence up with just knowing that he is still desirable out there. Not necessarily saying that he is going to entertain these people, but just, and I think that's like really the difference. I love that analogy where he said where like men will just catch it and just kind of let it go because there's like no feeling there and all that. But I think on the other end of it, like typically when women do it, like you said, that's the fish that want to stay on the boat and all that stuff like that, where it's not just, let me see if I got it. It's typically like bonding, because we talked about it where women release the oxytocin and all that stuff like that. So they really want to stay and everything. But I think that was a very good point, or an interesting point, where he said with the whole just sports fishing, where it's like, I don't want to catch it to hold on to it. Like it's just more so just catch it, show like, nigga, you see what I still got? You see I can still get this, nigga? And then just throw it away and all that.
And I know people who think like that. So, I mean, it makes sense to them in their head.
It's funny because I feel like I got a person in mind when you was just saying that.
Hey, what's your name?
Keep that
How are you?
Okay.
Hi, this is truth. When you call Dave from another room, Dave, immediately he goes, ugh. What does she want now? Dave, you want to hear what happened to me today? You'd be like, oh. Ladies, let's discuss harassment for a second. Why can't I harass you? Sometimes. I can never harass you. Never. And I'm not talking about, like, I'm talking just, at the job. It's unfair that I can't harass you at the workplace. Like, you looking how you looking, and I can't just a little something that has to do, like, you gotta be careful just to say, hey, you look beautiful today. That's how messed up the game is. I think you should be able to comment on any part of the body that you see. If you, I'm serious. What's your name? What's your name? Jeannie. Now, Jeannie, no disrespect, but if I work with you, I should be able to walk in and go, oh, Jeannie, beautiful titty meat you have there.
Oh, my God.
As crazy as that
You finna...
But I agree with the sense that what he said, if we listen to the key words of you should be able to comment on anything that's visible. And so if you're wearing something where all this is revealed, then like he said, he should just be able to say, oh, nice titty meat or nice ass meat hanging out or whatever it is, because you got it. You are the one that chose to make it visible for everybody else to see. To live in a world where you choose to make everything visible, but then tell everybody, oh, you got to act like it's invisible. Like, even though you chose to wear something that made everybody around you be able to see everything, but then be like, oh, just act like it's not there, or just, I don't understand that. So I do feel that anything that's showing that you choose to show, it shouldn't be harassment if somebody compliments on it, because it's almost like we don't live in reality. Like, you don't feel like that's sexually stimulating a dude. You don't feel like that's going to draw attention.
Well, you know what? I like to raise the point that with some people, they don't view it as that, depending on who it comes from. I think it always goes back to just like the source of people, because there are people who do have, like, you know, certain parts of their body exposed and things like that. And I've seen like where people like make comments on stuff like that and they don't be offended depending on who it's coming from. But then depending on who it's coming from, then they be like, that's weird and I don't want you to talk to me about it. But I think, I do think, like, you know, if you're dressing however or whatever the case may be, and I don't never really have no stipulations on how people dress. That's just kind of what they do. But it's like, you know, people are going to notice and people are going to take note of it. And I think, like I just said, I think it's all in like who it comes from and then the delivery of it and stuff like that. Because some people don't take offense to certain stuff like that and some people do.
Yeah, I just don't feel like you got a right to take offense to it when you're giving the world, like, because we wouldn't see it if you didn't show it. So if it's offensive, then you really wouldn't show it. But we live in a world where it's just people just want to do everything and just control the outcomes. And I'm just, yeah, it's just like me walking around with a shirt off and then just being like, girl, why you commenting on my chest? Why you commenting on my abs? Why are you talking about my abs? Well, Chris, you chose to walk outside with no shirt on, knowing that girls will look at abs when you don't have a shirt on. So I can't sit up there and just be, well, you should have eye discipline, girls. Well, y'all should just control. Like, it just don't make sense. So I don't understand the logic of I'm gonna wear all this revealing stuff and then tell people to not categorize me a certain way or not to comment on what I choose to reveal. I just don't understand the logic.
And because I see that, but whatever the scientific term is, I'm looking at Mr. A 4.9 grade point average. What's the science term for the titty meat? What's the actual? And it's not the cleavage. I mean, the cleavage is the space in the middle. I'm talking about the meat, the titty part.
He said, I'm talking about the meat.
And I'm not being foul, just, you know, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can go through the rest of the day without pretending that I don't see. Which you understand what I'm saying? I mean, let's work out a deal. Don't get me fired. Having women work with men, right, is like having a grizzly bear work with salmon. Dipped in honey, like, so now you dip the salmon in the honey, right? Grizzly bears, and the salmon get to walk through comfortable with honey and fish and good morning, grizzly bears. the grizzly bears is like, hey, he can't even growl like, what's up, fish? Oh my God, human resources. The grizzly bear just did grizzly bear stuff. So, like I can't even go, hey, good morning, fish, good morning. Oh, I can't touch it like, oh, look at that. Oh, let me just get a little bit of that fish, a little bit. Get that honey. Oh my God. Fish and honey, man, that's my favorite. Usually I kill fish and eat them and stuff, but I just wanted to just rub a little bit of that. God damn. That's oppressive. Like you shouldn't even, and there's cameras everywhere. You can't do like weird stuff behind her back, like. Why would it be disrespectful? I said, what's your name? Terrell. If I go, hey, Terrell, we work together. And I go, Terrell, hey, do me a favor. Let me know when you're getting up to go to the bathroom so I can sniff your chair. That's disrespectful because it's sexual, but that keeps me from being... Like, I think there should be a holiday, for lack of a better word, harassment day, but not, that sounds whatever, but I mean a day where I get to find out, like, because, and this is why it should be harassment day, because women get to be inappropriate sexually all the time. You get to be inappropriate. And when I say inappropriate, I mean say hello to me too close. Hi. Or some weird massage because you think we're friends and you, good morning, a little kiss, and he's just like, oh boy. And you think in your head, man, I wonder if I, you know. But harassment day allows you to be able to ask all year. I say the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And it's a beautiful day. Flowers and everything. You buy her flowers. You just real cool. You walk up. You're respectful. You say, hey, how are you? You know, good afternoon, Terrell. Happy harassment day. And you just, like, say, listen, I was wondering all year if you would suck my in a broom closet.
Oh my God.
Hey, this nigga said, would you suck my dick in a broom closet?
And you just be like, no, thank you, I'm not. And you be like, thank you, keep the flowers. I just thought.
You talking about keep the flowers?
I made a mistake. I thought you was a hoe all year. I was confused. I thought you was a hoe, but you're not. Let me say this, man. I don't know what the term is for extreme animal lover. Like, I get sick when I see animals suffering, and I know that's contrary to popular belief somehow. Somehow it's spread out that black people, we hate animals. Like, we can't stand dogs and cats, and I don't get it. That's the news doing that. Because they only show dudes that hate dogs. Like when the Vic stuff was happening. What do you think of Michael Vick and the dog? They just show, every dude they show is like, dogs, man, dogs. I'll drown a dog in a bucket right now. Give me a dog. Where's a dog at? I'll kill him. I hate dogs. I hate dogs.
Right now.
And then they'll show a white woman like tongue kissing a dog in the mouth. Just to prove white people love dogs. And then they go back to him and he's mad. Like, look at this dirty white bitch tongue kissing. Devil.
No, that is dirty.
Devil bitch tongue kissing a jackal in the mouth. Devil licking jackals, and this is like sad. It's like, some weird war. They always want black people and white people to be at war, man, for some reason. How can you hate it? People who hate animals, like I'm not gonna go, I hate you, but it'll be hard. It takes away a piece of how close we might be if you go, I hate animals. Like somebody look at a baby seal and go, oh, I can't wait to hit this mother in the face. I hate baby seals, all cute. Oh, you looking at, baby seal? Like, you ever see them sad animal commercials that come on like during, like 4 in the morning during Three's Company reruns? And they catch you out of nowhere. You be watching Three's Company and then, like, and they'll show, like it'll be a kitten and they slow motion the kitten up and the kitten, and it's a kid got a pencil in his head, like somebody stuck a pencil in his face. There's a pencil sticking out of his face. And they put fun facts, 15,000 kittens are stabbed in the head.
Oh my God.
With pencils each year. You be like, who
I used to hate those commercials.
is stabbing kittens in the face with pencils? Why?
And they do be having a little
It's a pencil sticking out of his face. Then they'll show a bunch of puppies shoved in a container or a cup. Puppies in a cup. Missing their feet, it's wrong. Hi, I'm White Lady. I'm here to say probably did it. You bitch, jackal, kissing hoe.
Oh my gosh. So that last probably couple minutes was him just talking about some other stuff. But the relationship things and all that stuff like that, I thought that was definitely interesting. And a lot of his perspective that he had was definitely some interesting talking points that a lot of people in relationships can have. What was your thoughts overall on it?
Well, first I'd just like to say I love him. He's so funny. He is so funny.
Facts.
I think you know, comics do a good job, but I think he does a good job too of just kind of framing things in a certain way that really do make you think, or maybe stuff that you don't normally think about. So I mean, you just have to take it with however you want to take it. But I think a lot of the stuff is very funny. And I think it was good what you just said too, that there are just talking points that come up between couples. Cause I know we've watched other stuff with him and like definitely have had some conversations afterwards. So it's like the comedy, I like that comedy makes you think, and it makes you think about just things that maybe you don't always tend to think about, or things that are just kind of in your everyday norm. So
no, that's facts. That's facts. Wise words. Well, I definitely appreciate y'all checking out another episode of Chris McBride Reacts. Definitely got CJ's mama up in the building. Can't see this little CJ up in here, but he down here kicking like a mug.
he actually was during that whole video.
Hey, turn up. It's always a good day when he's moving. Well, he's moving every day, but it's always, you know what I'm saying? It's just a good day when I hear him moving and feel him moving and all that stuff because he's getting big now. But beyond that, I hope y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Definitely leave a comment. Let us know y'all takeaways and y'all thoughts throughout this. What's your social medias and how can they find you online?
So you guys can follow me on Instagram at HeyLanae. That's HEYY.LANAE. I do follow back, so follow me on there.
All right, definitely go ahead and check her out, man. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime we drop another video. Until the next time, y'all keep blessing and progressing. We are